Well, sorry. All right, let's get started. Sorry about that. That was me just choking. I haven't spoken many words today, so yeah, forgot how to speak. Anyway, let's jump right back into it. And good evening, Aiden. How are you? Hopefully you're going well. I have forgotten what I was doing last stream. It's just, I did a release on the weekend. I have forgotten to update my main production site. Again, run watch. All right, cool. Getting that to run. Source, VM, VM activate. Cool, that's all done. And hey, Sandy Lee, how are you going? Hopefully you've been going well. I'm hoping you've been on many dates. So yeah, you're doing well playing with Meta Facebook Business Suite. Oh, all right, cool. Are you gonna do any of the metaverse type of stuff too? All right, let's jump into it. Let's go localhost. Realize that I haven't clicked play over there. All right, so we're doing the my jobs sort of stuff. So if we refresh this and then go into my planner, we need to add some more stuff into here, which shouldn't be too hard to do. What we've actually got up and running now is this functionality. So we should be able to search some of these and start doing the create. Not many dates, not many likes me. Oh, that's sad. Hopefully you will find many dates soon. So yeah, remember, all it takes is that just one person. I'm hoping to see a lot of spooky tractors to a, sorry, I'm hoping to see a lot of spooky tractors to a Shopify store. You're gonna have to elaborate on that. Yes. All right, we have socks pacing at the moment. All right, sweetie, sit down. Be good. Trackers. Oh, trackers. All right, sorry, I read tractors. No, that's all my bad. That's me just being weird. Facebook pixels. Yes. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. All right. Socks. Sweetie. All right. What did I want to do? I think I needed to start doing the CRUD with this. So the creation. I go into xkelly drawer. We need to get user assigned object. So we've done this. We've done that. All right. So now what we need to do is, if I tick any of these and go save changes, we need them to appear. So I can run a lot of effective ads. Fair enough. Yep. That is a very good point. All right. Now, I don't know if I wanted those as radio or checkboxes. So I'm just going to duplicate tab. I'm going to go find object. Let's go to a task. Let's go into linked object. Let's click on this. So yeah, we kind of want something like this instead. All right, so, sorry. So yeah, we just need an input checkbox type of stuff. So we're gonna change that just because someone might come into here and be like, oh, I need to select some of these items, but the problem being, oh, and our ad break has started. All right, cool. Ad time. I just realized I left my clothes behind me. I was meant to move them out of the way. Okay. No one needs to see that. I'm going to do some weights. All right. So about a minute of weights. See how I'm going. Hopefully, so yeah, hopefully when I get to Japan, I'll be a little bit thinner, so, and more muscular. I definitely won't be complaining if I'm a little bit thinner. I've got plenty to spare. All right. I should also get heavier weights soon. All right, about 10 seconds left. All right. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Okay. Let's get back into it. So I'm going to change those to checkboxes. What I need my, give me 2 seconds. I need my little thing. All right. Problem. All right, no, not a problem. Tasks. All right, so what we need to do, change radio to checkbox. I'll need to see what I did with those other checkboxes. Because I've forgotten the method exactly what I needed to do. All right, what else did I need to do? Then we need to start working on the CRUD. I'm gonna say, yeah, start working on the CRUD. However, we've got the read down pat. So yeah, we just need to do the create, update, and delete sort of stuff. So we're halfway through the update at the moment. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. All right, so under task information, we've got new link wizard. Sorry, new task link wizard. It's new link wizard, isn't it? And we've got inbox, type equals checkbox. All right, so we got this down here. Okay, that's just one of them. Oh, all right, that's... Okay, so we got user list. Oh, that's under coverage. All right, not what I wanted. NearBeach, and then I want source JavaScript components. And then what we want down here is modules. And then new link wizard. Okay, let's have a look. So vbind ID, and that's a checkbox with all of that. And then we've got the value, and then we've got the link model. Oh, okay, cool. So it won't be too hard to actually implement this at all. So what we need to do is we need to go back into here. So new planner object wizard. So we got source, we've got JavaScript, we've got components, got my planner, new planner object wizard. Okay. We want to be under the table, which once again, we're going to be removing the table in a later build. So we have put this down as a bug, I do believe. So in here, we've got type radio. I'm just going to put this over here for reference. I'm going to link all the way over here. So we've got type. We want to change that to checkbox. We want the value. Yep, and the ID. Radio. In this sort of case, we don't write radio project. Yeah. I'm just going to put object. Hang on a minute. It might be linked to what this is. Object selector. That changes, we've got to update that. Then that gets the data, and then we get this, and so forth like that. All right, cool. And we've got the link model. All right, sweet. And then when we're sending the data to the backend, that's when we get all the values and so forth like that. All right, I might simplify the code a little bit later, but let's just hit refresh, add object. Let's open up this. All right, yep, it doesn't like that. Okay. Waiting a little while. Let's go project. Just realizing that you guys can only see half that page. I am just going to do that. There we go. Sorry. What we want to do, we want view. Yes. Oh, careful socks. So we want my planner, and then what we've got is my planner object. Yep, this particular thing. And then I'm going to actually select task. I'm going to select both of these. And it'll pop up with the ID. Sweet, in an array. Okay, and if I do a project, yeah, and then Kanban card. All right. I like this. This is going to be easy now. So, in this sort of case, this isn't radio. This is a checkbox. We just got the ID with the results and so forth like that. Okay, cool. In your bed, sweetie. So, we've now got it all selected and so forth like that. So down here, what we want to do, data to send form data. Get the modal by extracting the data from new link modal. I don't think we need that. Data to set this object model to lowercase link model. Yep. Data to set Kanban level, local Kanban level. All right, we don't need this data. But what we do need is we need to go through, actually up at the top, escape conditions. So if this dot link modal dot length equals 0, just return. Simple as that. Set the data for the link modal, and this depends how we want to do it on the back end. because the thing with Django's forms, so if I go Django forms, all right, it validates, which is what we still want to do. So depending what this particular thing is, we'll have to depend if it's a project, Kanban card, or a task. So we have to differentiate between those three. Easy done. So what we want to do is we want to go in here, this .link model for each. We just do a simple row, and we go data to send .set, and this is where we use something like this, and we go this object model underscore ID. Oh no, we don't want set, we want append. And then we throw through the ID. So the idea is if it's a project, task, or anything like that, it'll throw through the correct thing. And that model ID, if we go over here, you can see it under object model, Kanban underscore card. If we select project, task. So we don't have to do much conversion. That should then send it to the back end. Now we haven't done anything with the response. We've got the clear objects. Oh, sorry, bit of yawn. Okay. All right. So, sorry, I'm just having a tiny think. What do I want to do when I get the data back? So when we send it, we've got the right fields that it will do its thing and it will be very, very happy about it. We're not overly complicating the forms itself. It's just going to be very, very simple. From there, it will essentially add the date and everything like that. Perfectly fine. We haven't added the date. So what we need to do is this date will be in string format, which will be fine. Hello? Sorry, my keyboard just stopped working. All right, there we go. Set the date. So this dot, no, it'll be data to send dot set. And then what we want to set is the date itself. So we just want to go date and this dot day model. All right, cool, done. So that will send it into the back end. Once everyone's happy, we want to, what do we want to do? Oh, sorry, bit of a yawn. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna have to think about what I can do. Let's get the data sent at least. Worst case scenario and these type of things, you just refresh the page, you go add new data, everyone's happy and calls it a day. However, we want this in Ajax, so we won't be calling that a day. So going into here, we've got to get all this set up. We've got the My Planner update objects. What we want to do is we want to go into the backend now. So under NearBeach views, we want to go under this is the new planner object wizard. This will be under My Planner. And have I not created, user job views. Sorry, this is a bit different. So that's the get object list. We need the update object. So if I go onto the URLs, we've got the get, we don't have the update. So My Planner, and then we had it as update objects. Now that I'm thinking about that out loud, that's save links. That would be add objects, not update objects. And then that will be user job views dot my planner add objects. Name equals my planner add objects. And then what I got to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place it into there. Get object list. So we need to add this in. That's My Planner. Whoops. I don't want to add it there. I want to add it down here. Def My Planner add objects. Request destination. And I'm just wondering if it should be plural. I'm going to say no. That's fine. We can just remove the pluralness of it very quickly, very easily. We just go into here, remove it. All right, cool. And then what we want to do right now is just send back an OK response. So we're happy with that. So we're happy with this. We don't have a catch here. So I'm just adding that in right now. So we're just fetching a new toast with the options of header being error, adding objects to your planner, message, sorry, we could not add any objects to your planner, error, sorry, extra classes. Background danger. Delay is going to be 0, and we won't need to add. We'll need to put in a thing up here. Actually, yeah, we would need to actually have that in. Unique type is going to be add objects to planner. Okay, cool. So we're going to do this up here. All right, header, currently updating your planner. Message, currently updating your planner, please wait. extra classes, background warning, delay is going to be 0, and then unique type is going to be the same as down here, add objects to planner. Like so. All right, so that will show that. What I want to do is we also want to do it like this. And delay gone out of there. So, oh, this is updated your planner. We have successfully updated your planner. And good evening, Scan, how are you? Dranon, sorry, I'm terrible. Absolutely terrible with the names again. Scar Dragon, how are you going? I'm going good. Yeah, can't complain at all. Just been busy. So yeah, hopefully you're being well. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I don't need to admit anything at the moment. You're all right? Yes, progress is actually coming along really well. So this is the planner. So this is going to be a new functionality. The idea being is you'll see today plus the next X amount of days, which in this case, there's only going to be 7 days on here at the moment. We might change that later on. Who knows? Might be a config where you only want to see 3 days ahead or 4 days, or whatever. The idea being is we're going to be adding in objects into here so you can plan the next couple of days. And then from there, we're going to have a widget out here that will top all of this and be like, these are your selected objects you wanted to work on. So yeah, currently we're just doing the CRUD, so we've got to make sure that the user can select those and submit those changes. So at the moment they can't, but that's perfectly fine. So if I click on this and hit save changes, yeah, we've got an internal error at the moment. Required destination. Oh, all right. I'm just trying to think. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say let's remove the destination from this. So what we need to do is we go into here. We got yeah, I've just added it in randomly. That's my bad. You started watching when you were looking for the planner to add it in. This looks awesome. Cheers, thank you. Yeah, so hopefully it becomes a useful feature for people to use. With the idea being that you can, do it at Camo cards, projects, or tasks. So yeah, fingers crossed someone uses it. So yeah. Oops, I'm not ticking the right thing. All right. So that was successfully done. Now it's not going to do anything at the moment because we haven't programmed the back end to do anything, and we kind of need to program the front end to also do it. And yeah. All right. I think I've got an idea. Cheers. Thank you very much. Yeah. I can think of one person who will definitely like using it. So yeah, hopefully they've got some feedback on it. So let's say we've got the data that we're sending back to the back end. Let's say it's a task 1 and 2. So we send it to the back end. The back end does its thing. All right. And then it will send back those objects in the same shape as before. So what I mean with a shape, because Socks just decided to ask that question also, is if we have a look at the page source, you'll see down Or do it Ajax. I think I might do it Ajax. Yeah, I'll do it in Ajax. Get. There you go. So, what I mean is when we get the data, we've got it in this sort of shape. So we've got destination, location ID, title, status. We've got to have an end date in there. Which I've get object list. Yeah, why do I have? Oh no, wrong one. Let me just refresh the page. No, it is. Sorry, my bad. What actually happens is, oh, I don't have that in there yet. Damn it. Oh no, use the jobs. Ah, damn it. All right, give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Python 3, manage, migrate. All right, cool. Ah, damn it. Can't change those dates. Admin. All right, cool. So this particular shape, so if we actually go into the view page source, we scroll down, we've got this JavaScript type of thing. You'll notice in it, it's got your job ID, the job date, the object type, the location, the title, the end date, the status, and the higher order status. Don't worry. Oh, did the drop work or not? Don't worry too much about that, but we need that sort of shape. So the idea being is when we send data to the backend, it'll insert everything and then it'll grab that data and send it back to us. And what we could potentially do is one of two things. We can grab everything, so we can rerun that get sort of command. Or we can just do those particular fields. Oh, damn. You almost got it in the corner. Gotta love it when the drop does that to you. You're like, damn it. All right. So the one good thing about getting all the data is you refresh everything. Yeah, well, yeah, don't worry. In 5 minutes, you'll be able to do it again. So, where was I? The other alternative is we only get those changes, which we could do, but it'll be a lot more work to do. Whereas if we get everything, what we could potentially do is just replace what we've got there. And it's a small section of NearBeach. This is very simple. So if we need to re-render the page, it isn't going to be a lot of work on the user computer, even if they have a really low-powered computer. Oh, an ad break. It's all good. I'm here to learn a bit and try to understand a bit more. Long. Oh, fair enough. I don't know if you're in ads or whatever, but during ad time, I do this. So, yep. If you are in ads. All right, cool. Ad time. You don't have ads? Oh, okay, cool. No, that's all good. I know other people will. So, whilst that's happening, I'm going to do some weights. And then hope for the best. And for those actually wondering, so I get the same amount through Turbo as well as the ads. So it's found that kind of nifty the other day when I had a look at it. I was like, oh, okay, they're about the same. I don't get much, revenue, don't you worry. All right. Almost there. All right. Cool, let's jump back into it. I've got to put my add time off. Okay, so yeah, I am gonna go, let's just erase. Oh, is that really slow? I don't know what's happening there. Oh, you know why it was slow? Because I was using my mouse whilst holding the pen. All right, so what we want to do, boom. Cool, method. 1, send data to backend. All right, 2, create new rows of data in the correct table. In the user job table. Okay, 3, send all data back. I am having trouble writing. All right. Now, once again, the reason why we send all data back is it's going to be easier. Because we can use the same methods we've already got there. What do you do for a writing tablet? All right, cool. So I've just got a cheap Wacom tablet. Nothing special, no fancy colors or anything like that. I bought it on special for you have the same one? Fair enough. I forgot how much I spent on it. I think it was over $50. And you know what? I've used it a lot. This is my second one I've got. I did buy one when I was in my, I think 20s or something like that. So back when I was actually studying maths. And I would use it constantly because I bring a laptop and this in, and I write my notes directly onto a program called Journal, and yeah, then just email the PDFs to people who miss class and stuff like that. So yeah, I had it down pat when I was studying, and also I had a whiteboard too. So yeah. Yeah, it was. I highly recommend it. Nowadays, you can get away with having a like an iPad or something like that. Yeah, I love my iPad. Not my iPads. I love my whiteboards. I've got 2 whiteboards. The one that usually sits behind me is in the living room at the moment, and both my partner and I were playing Stardew Valley, and essentially we were decoding stuff on it. So, yeah. The other one is on my wall. I do actually have screenshots. Not screenshots. Sorry, I can't speak today. I've got photos of my whiteboard, which I put on Twitter. So, yeah. All right. So, it's going to be easier, which is the key sort of thing. Why we're sending all data back. It's going to upgrade the front end. Ends data, and it's just going to be easy. Same methods can be used. So I think in this sort of case, there's not going to be much data sent back. We're talking bytes. We're talking, if I go into, let's view the page source again, I'm talking about this much data being sent back. Oops. I didn't copy it right. So I've been using a Mac all day. So yeah, it's not going to be much data, as you see. So I feel like in this sort of case, we can get away with it. So what we want to do is here, we want to double check the form first. So we want to go into forms. I like to do everything in alphabetical order. So, hence I'm just scrolling at the moment. So new, yep. Login form. All right, there we go. There's class my planner add object form. Forms.model form. It's just going to be very, very simple. It's going to have a couple of fields in it. So straight off the bat, we've got date equals form, sorry, dot date field. We'll need required equals true. I don't know if we need to convert this. Then we need a couple of foreign keys. I don't have any foreign keys close by. But I also want to, sorry, I just want to clean this up. What we need is we need Kanban card, project, and task. Equals, all right, this will be forms dot, this will be multiple multiple choice field, required equals false. Then we need the query set to Kanban card dot objects dot all. The project will be the same, so forms multiple choice field, required equals false, and the query set equals the project dot objects dot all. And I'll explain in a minute why we want to do it like this. Equals false, and then query set equals task dot objects dot all. All right, because we've got multiple different object types, so we've got the Kanban card, the project, and the task. We kind of want, because we're simplifying this form, we're not doing anything crazy. We're not having a meta where we can determine which query set data we actually need and stuff like that, dependent on the destination, which I should double check we're passing that through to the back end. So save link, start at send, set, depending on what object is, depends what is set. No, that needs to be destination. All right, cool. So let me restart. So we're keeping the form simple. The idea being is we're just keying the destination, which will be in here. So we've got the date and the destination. All right. And then from there, depending what the object is, depends if it falls on these particular objects. Now, what we could potentially do is have a generic and then set the query set in the meta. So you got a meta, in which case you can do a bunch of functions in there being like, all right, cool. If this destination is this, we use this thing. And if it's this, use that, and so forth like that. That will just overly complicate this form where we've just got 3 particular fields and we're happy like this. If we were doing more than 3 fields, I would start thinking of doing it that way to be a smart way of doing it. But in this sort of case, it's not needed. All right, this just needs the, it just wants me to include spaces. Oh, does it? Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, in this sort of case, we can do it like this. It's not going to be a problem at all. So what we want to do, we've got those forms. Now we go form equals my planner add object form. Then we go request.post. If not form dot is valid. Actually, I'll leave that line out just for the moment. I've got to add this in. What I've just done there is I've just added it in. It does it automatically up the top. If not form dot is valid, return HTTP bad request form dot errors. All right. So what we're doing here is we're getting all the data in the post, shoving it into the form. The form itself goes through a validation. So if there are any, let's say there's project data coming through, what it does, it goes, all right, cool, this project. What we want to do is we want to make sure all the IDs match to a legitimate project in here. This makes it so much easier when we go to save the data and so forth like that. So, all right, cool. Oops, I want this. So now we've got the data. Now we kind of need to loop through some stuff. So what we'll have is destination equals form dot. Oh, that was, thank you very much, Ramforth, for the follow. I wondered what that noise was. And yeah, heyo, how are you? I've modified my alerts, and for some strange reason, I thought someone dropped a bunch of glasses or something outside. It sounded like a smashing noise for me. Yeah, cool. So, how are you going? No, that's not your fault. I should have memorized these sounds. So, yeah. I was like, what the hell is that noise? All right, so we'll get the destination out. So grab the destination from the form. And then what we got to do is check the destination. So check the destination. So if open source project management, yes. So I'm just gonna do that. The server will restart. So NearBeach is an open source project management system. The idea being is you can grab basic sort of customer and organization details. When I say basic, I mean really basic sort of stuff. This is in the CRM. You can create your own Kanban boards. You can gather user requirements. From there, you can create projects and tasks. And when you're ready to deploy or do something like that, you've got requests for changes in the system too. So yeah, it's slowly coming along. I've been at this for many, many years. At some point have integrations with Nextcloud. So it potentially can at the moment. When I say potentially, I'm being very loose with that word. So if we've got like, let's say a project or something like that, at the moment we do actually have a documents feature. You can add links in. So let's say you've got a document on Nextcloud. so, and then you essentially would type in, not type in, you'll copy and paste the URL in there and so forth like that. So at the moment, that's how it's kind of connected and so forth like that. If that is a requirement of a lot of people, then yeah, sure, I will definitely jump into it, because you would then want to connect up to Google Docs, 365, only Office, and so forth like that. So yeah, and then yeah, you just click on that and it'll go straight to that document. So yeah, that's the kinda. And you can also do folders too. Ooh. Cheers, thank you very much. If you are interested in it, we do have a GitHub. Sorry, my cat's just blocking my keyboard at the moment. She's, yeah. And I do have socials too. And also, my supervisor's here at the moment. There she is. She's making sure I type enough, fix all the bugs, and give her treats. She is addicted to the treats, so let's just say that. Yeah, so at the moment what we're doing is we're working on the planner functionality. So the idea being is a user would come in and be like, all right, I need to plan in the next 7 days and so forth like that. And they can move around these objects and so forth like that. So we're working on the add object at the moment. So yeah. Yeah, she is a supervisor. She wants that known. All right, now I keep forgetting how to do this because I use multiple languages and they all do something different. Array contains. If, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Oops, check the destination if destination not an, and then we just go Kanban, card, project, and task. We return HTTP bad request. Sorry, destination does not exist. So we've got to do that to stop any people editing random things and playing around with it. We'll just be like, nah, destination doesn't exist. Cool. So from here, we've got people with the form. It would validate. Everything goes through here. Now, this is where I need to look up how I've done it elsewhere with the link objects. If memory serves me correctly. Let's open up this. Sorry, I'm just seeing how I've done it in the past. So that sends it. All right, that's, yep. Add link. All right, object data. All right. I figured this would be right up. Oh, okay, oh, fair enough. Well, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content, and thank you very much, Scan, for telling people about me. It's greatly appreciated. So, yeah. If you are actually, you can actually play around with this. I do have documentation. There we go. And if you know Docker, you can get it installed pretty quickly. That's so yeah. I spent ages setting up Docker and so forth like that to make it easier. There was one year there were some other streamers. Sadly, they don't stream anymore. But what they were trying to do was install it locally and play around with it, but it was a bit too hard. It was very complicated because there had to be a lot of system administration and stuff done. So I spent a while actually improving that sort of flow. Cheers, thank you very much. Yeah, so there are a lot of places that need improvement, but those are my weaknesses. Like UI UX is my weakness. Content-wise, your channel seems to be absolutely correct. Good audio, clear visuals. Cheers, thank you very much, Ramforth. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. All right. So now, all right, cool. So I've done a post get list, and then I've done that. All right, so let's go back here. We're going to simplify that because we don't need it. So use post.getList to obtain the values we want. So what we want is, that's probably loop through the results from post.getList. Okay, cool. And I'm just copying this line for reference. Okay, cool. For row in request.post.getList, we've got destination. All right, and then what's actually happening here is we've got object type, object dictionary gets the dictionary and so forth like that, and then we submit the stuff. All right, cool. So it is Python and VueJS. So the Python, this is probably the most complicated bit of the Python, to tell you the truth. Everything else is rather simple. But yeah, Python for the back end, VueJS for the front end. So yeah, with Sass to make it look pretty. It's the joys of web development. You got to know a lot of different stuff. VueJS, sorry. Here, I'll get a link. No, all good, all good. I can understand how you can get new from Vue. All right, for row data. So we're going to be looping through the object list. And then what we want to do is we want to create a new, okay, cool. So what we want to do is create a new row in the user job. Oh, that's fine. Programming is awesome. And it doesn't matter how old you are, you can always jump into it. Don't know all the languages from each other yet. Don't worry about that. I would not worry at all. I would recommend Free Code Camp if you are interested in some learning resources. Highly recommended from myself and several other streamers. There is a lot of web programming in there, but it also deals with other interesting stuff too, which we actually go into here. You don't need to sign up. You can just click on menu and curriculum in the top right. So for example, it teaches you about responsive web design, JavaScript algorithms, data structure, front-end development libraries like using React, data visualization stuff with D3. I love D3. I sadly don't use it as much. Database sort of stuff, backend sort of stuff. You've also got scientific computing and so forth like that. Yeah, so it's a bit of a mixed bag of a lot of things you could learn. Making a Twitch chatbot with OpenAI integration. Nice, built on Node.js and Python. Ah, cool. So yeah, I haven't used much Node.js yet. So yeah, my repertoire of languages at the moment, I might move this over here, oops, did the same mistake as I did before. So languages. So for my day-to-day at the moment, I'm doing a lot of C#, which is .NET. For NearBeach, I use Python and VueJS. I know a lot of JavaScript because of VueJS. However, other languages that I know, PHP, I've done a bit of Ruby, but I won't put that down. What other things? I've used Laravel, but that's PHP. That's a framework for PHP. Python, we know. Pandas is actually Python. SQL. Actually, I use SQL in my day job too. And that's MS SQL and MySQL. So, yeah. I keep forgetting what languages I learned. But, no. I am one of those polyglots. I don't care what language you're using anymore. I'm just too old to have that argument. Yeah. Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a resource that was recommended to me, and I've started recommending it to other people too. So, yeah. All right, so we need to create a new job row. So what we need is this is where I'm going to pull out the models table. And this is where I'm going to go use a job to find this. I'm going to, actually, I'll keep the models here. I will minimize everything. So each one of these is a field that, okay, so the user job is a table, and each one of these are going to be a field in the database. And I kind of want to add those in. Now, one thing I do need, so I need the job sort number, but at the moment I'll probably leave that as 0, and we'll figure that out in a second. I think I was looking at Free Code Camp a couple of years back before I even thought about learning code. Yeah, it's a really good resource. So yeah, I got introduced to it also years ago by another streamer. So yeah, and it's always nice and handy to have there. There's a lot of stuff in it which I could learn. So wait, I'll boot it up. Like responsive web design certificate and all that kind of stuff. There's definitely stuff in here that I need to learn. There's no joke about that. I'm terrible at all of that. Front-end development. Yeah, I would use this to learn React again and stuff like that. Definitely use this to learn React. Redux, I don't know what that is. React and Redux, I think, is Redux the state management? Sorry, Socks, you're in the, yep. Oh, and there's an ad. Redux is an open source JavaScript library for managing and centralizing application state. Yep, state management. All right, cool. I don't know if both of you got ads or not, but we'll switch back to ad time. And I am going back to my weights. Actually, no, I'll tell you what, let's just sit here and make sure the boss gets enough cuddles and pats. She does demand them. So, yeah. Planet, I've still got to watch the other ones. I actually bought them on Blu-ray. I haven't actually seen them. Yes, this is Socks. So I've had her for 9 years. She's actually 10 years old now. So I got her when she was 1 year old. She had a couple of litters. She's actually a rather small cat compared to other cats. You really like those movies? Yeah, I just haven't seen them. I've got them. I just haven't seen them for some strange reason. They're literally on my DVD shelf. So yeah, there's also a lot of other things which I've got to do. Like there's a lot of books there that I've got to start reading. A lot of Terry Pratchett ones, which I have bought because I love the Discworld series. Just haven't had time to read them. So yeah. Anyway, ads had finished. We'll get back into it. Yeah, Kitty Book. Yeah, she broke my last web camera. So yeah. The reason why this camera isn't as focused and all that kind of stuff is it's a cheap web camera. I spent a couple of $100 on the last web camera. She kept batting it off the top of my monitor and it ended up breaking. So yeah. Yeah, he was great. It's sad that he passed away. But yeah, he was great. I'm a little afraid of buying the last book because it'll be his last book. And it'll be like, oh, it's his last book. All right, so what we want to do is we want to match stuff to this. So we've got the username that will come through the request. The job ID, we don't need to worry about. The job date, we've got that coming through. And we should actually, this is just me being fussy. So we've got destination. We should name this job date so it matches the form. And then in the form itself, we should have this as job date. Destination will be fine. These will be all fine. So we've got the job date. We'll get the job sort number automatically. So what will actually happen is we'll make a quick SQL query to grab that sort number. And then we've got those three, and all of those would be automatic. All right, cool. So I'm just going to put that over there. Yeah, that's it. I just haven't bought a new one or anything like that. Yeah, the last one, socks, broke. I was like, you know what? I'm just not spending $100 on a web camera for now. All right. Where was I? Row job. So what we want to do is we want to create it. So I'm just trying to think who the method I should be using in this particular case. We should be submit user job equals user job. And we open up something like this. And then we go username equals, and then we go request.username. Request.user. The job date will equal the form.cleaned data because we're cleaning the data from the form and putting it into the database. And then we go job date, not job data. The amount of times I've done that mistake. And don't forget to drop everyone. So if you are dropping, you can put an emote after the drop. I am going to pick socks licking. To manual focus, white balance, and so forth, and look a little bit more polished, but not really required. Yeah, I should do that. I mean, at the moment, I am very white, but I am a very white person that doesn't tan. So yes. Oh wait, hang on. Someone landed 99.35. Wow. Damn, that's pretty close. So yeah. All right. So job date, got that data. Then job sort number. Ooh. All right. So we'll just go job sort number, and what we'll actually do outside the loop, we'll create get the job sort number. We're gonna put 0 for the moment to finish this by getting it out the database, which shouldn't be hard to do. So we've got the job sort number. Then what we need is, we now need to do something which is set attribute. Yep, all right, cool. All right, so we need to set the attribute for the submit user job. And we need to do it with the destination in mind. And I'm just realizing that up here, we no longer need the ID. So I'm going to get rid of this. Yeah, that will do. And then what we need is it'll have the row. So the idea is when we send stuff back, let's say we've got a project and we're sending back in the request, we've got project, and then we've got, let's say, 2 items in there. We've got ID of 1, ID of 2. It'll hit this and it'll go, all right, cool, get the list of projects. So those 1s and 2s, it'll loop through this. So request user, that will be the username, whoever's logged in. The date will be the date field through the form and stuff like that. Job sort number, we'll fix that up in a minute. When it hits the set attribute, it'll be like, all right, cool, submit user job. And then it'll edit this up here. It'll be like, all right, cool, the destination, that's going to be project. So the attribute is going to be project. So the field is going to be project, and it's going to give you the row number. So it'll give the row number 1 for the first one and number 2 for the second one. If, let's say, we had sent up 3 and 4, 3 for the first one, 4 for the second one, and so forth like that. So it has to do inside their code. Yes, yes. I will get to it. It won't be one of those to-dos that I forget about and then I write a bug later on and be like, oh, why didn't I do this the first freaking night? All right, cool. So that should be like that. And then what we need to do is submit user job.save. I think that's all the fields I need at the moment. Yeah. All right. Now, to get the sort job number, okay, so this is where we're going to use a little bit of math. So the idea is we want to actually count how many cards are in here. So if it's on Monday, it'll be 1. If it's on Tuesday, it'll be 0. If it's Wednesday, it'll be 0, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. So the idea being is, and what I should also do in here is, oops, flip my mouse around there, is iterate on the job sort number. So job sort number equals job sort number plus 1. That's just making sure that it goes up by 1. So if we were to see this and we're like, all right, cool. How many cards are in there? 1. Cool. Then the sort order will start at 1 because the first card will always be 0. With the, let's say Tuesday, with that one, it pulls out all the cards. There's nothing in there, and so forth like that. And we're like, cool, sweet. We need to get that data. Now, the one thing is this we can put up earlier. So we've got destination, sweet. Get the date field. So date, or job date, equals form.cleaned data job date, because this isn't going to change. This is going to be the same value as up here. We are just going to go job date, and then we can use that for down here. So what we can do is under user job.objects.filter, we'll have is deleted equals false, because we don't want to count all the deleted ones. What we want then is we want the date, job date, to be the job date, like so. Now that should work. I'm just wondering if I need to change that into a date. And I might need to, now that I think about it. So I'm just going to review my code down here. Okay. Get object list. All right, we should definitely be dealing with dates in here. So destinations null. Yep, cool. Annotation. Yep. Results, dict object, object filter, destination. All right, exclude, annotate. Oh, I might not. Oh, that's the wrong list. I'm actually meant to be looking at my planner. All right. Union job results. Yep. Don't I deal with job date at all? I thought I was. All right. Oh, job date, greater or equal to today. Today is a date time like that. All right. So I've got to do something like that. Not a problem. I'm just double checking this. So what I want to do, Python 3 manage shell. So what I want to do, import date time. So I want to go datetime.date, and then I just want to put in 2024. Let's go today's date, 0506. String cannot be implemented as an integer. All right, cool. Let's actually look this up. Python date time.date from string. Import, yep, all right. So it's set like that. So once it's set like that, sorry, I should zoom in so you guys can also quickly read this. So it wants us to split it up. So we've got date string, and we've got date format, and then date time, string time, string p time, I should say. And then we've got this date string and date format, and then it'll print out the object. All right, so I kind of need to do the same thing, but I don't know if there's something similar to that. Okay, date format equals, I'm just going to paste this in. I'm going to go date time dot date time dot string p time. All right, string p, let's go date. So it has to be time. And then what I want to do is I want to key in 2024, 05, 06. And then I want to go with that date format. And there we go. That's how we're going to do it. Cool. So what I want to do, I want to find the job date. Oh, it's going to take me forever. I'm just going to scroll down. All right, so job date equals, and this in this sort of case, this isn't going to work for us. So what we want to do, job date equals, and date time dot string p. Oh, what's string f time? Let's go string p time. Then we'll have the form dot clean data, and we've just got the job date, which we're happy with. And then I randomly click on my mouse button and go somewhere random. And then we want to key in the format. So what we want to do is we're just going to paste in year, month, date. Cool. So that will get us the job date. All right. Everyone will be happy with that. So from here, the job sort number will equal the user job object filters where the job date equals that. And we need the username equals the request.user. So that will filter everything else out so we can get that one particular field. He also likes using whiteboards. Yes, yes, I do. Actually, I should show my latest. Actually, it's not quite latest. It's so yeah, this is my other whiteboard. As you see, I was planning while I was streaming that other night. But yeah, this is the my jobs for today. This is it. This is what we're working on right now. So yeah. Yes, they are. Societies were built on whiteboards. Yes. This particular whiteboard is quite old now. I'm wondering when I got it. I think like 2007 or 2008. Long time ago. Long time ago. All right. Job sort number, yada, yada, yada. And then I think I just do length for it. One way to find out that from NearBeach.models import everything, and then let's do a equals user job dot objects dot filter. We're just grabbing everything. A dot length. A dot length. All right, cool. No, got it around the wrong way. And that's it. And they are platform that the brain bursts best. Yes. Yes. There's been many times where I've just needed to scramble and draw stuff up on whiteboards and so forth like that. Yeah, it's so, yep, I 1000% agree. So, which is why I'm using this particular program also, because as you see, this is me just working stuff out, because yeah, I like to work stuff out on stream. Sadly, I don't know everything and I haven't planned everything yet. So yeah, a lot of the times this is me literally just by the skin of my teeth, just figuring this out. All right, cool. So we've got the job sort number now. So that should iterate. So if there's already something there, it'll count it. It'll grab that latest number and put it in and so forth like that. Now, I'm not too worried. Plans, what are those? Yeah, that's, yep. Plans. I kind of want to do this. Let's figure it out by just doing it. All right, so like the Kanban board, it's very easy to have this sort number being mixed up and so forth like that. So every single time someone moves a card or something like that, we've got to update both the destination with the new sort order and also the origin. So yeah, but that's not a problem for the moment because we've just got it like this. My music keeps crashing tonight. Come on, YouTube. Yeah, no socks. All right, getting back into this. Now, what I did say before was I should return an object list, which is what I will do. So I will turn this into an internal function. So we need to pass through the destination. And we've just done that like before. All right, that's kind of cool. Yeah. So how did I want to call this? That's my. I should really start doing this. Get. I'll just name it for the moment. Now I need to make sure, yeah, I need request and destination. Like so. And then what I need is essentially all of this. So I'm just going to paste this in. And what we're going to do, we're just going to return get object list request and destination. I'm going to flag this as an internal function. In reality, soon I'll be actually looking at turning a lot of my views and stuff like that into class views. In which case, this particular def will then become a private function or def. In which it just really involves me underscoring out the front. At the moment, I'm just flagging it as an internal function via a comment. So yeah, all we need to do is just that. And then up here, all we need to do then is return get object list. We pass through the request and destination. And because they both do the exact same thing, and I just realized I've gotten it from the wrong location. And I've mucked up everything. Ignore what I've just said. All right, I've gotten the, that's the object list. No, that's not what I want. What I want is this planning stuff. So get my planning objects. Yeah, all right. And I'm just going to scroll up. So my planner. We essentially just want all of this. Yeah, we want all of that. Pretty sure we want to send through the request. Go down here. We'll want to paste these in. We want to return that. And because I like things in alphabetical order, Okay. So the idea is we'll hit this. I don't think destination's used in here, so I'm just going to get rid of it. We've got the requests. We're sending everything, and we get the data back with the My Planner. That shrinks this particular function down quite a lot, which is great. Because then we just get the planning results. We just send through the request. Bob's your uncle. Which then means down here, so add object, we want to return everything. So what we want is we want results equals get my planning objects, and we send through the request. And then what we want to do is send back a HTTP JSON response. Essentially, it's like this. So I'm just going to paste that in. So JSON response, JSON loads this data up here that gets from there, and it sends it back. What IDE am I using? All right, so I'm using PyCharm. However, that being said, I get it for free. Full disclosure, get it for free. They have, so JetBrains has an open source license. So that just means that for any open source project that I'm doing, so for example, NearBeach, the NearBeach Docker stuff, I've actually open sourced the CMS that I'm working on and all that kind of stuff. I get it for free for those particular open source projects, but anything else I have to buy a license for. So yeah. So I'm a bit quiet. I'm learning at the same time. Oh, good. Oh, good. No, that's perfectly fine. I know I have a couple of lurkers and stuff like that, and they're great. It's perfectly fine lurking a stream. I fully understand. So yeah, I use PyCharm and other JetBrains products, but I do get them for free because I do the source sort of stuff. When I'm at work, because we're mainly using .NET with Umbraco and stuff like that, I use mostly Visual Studio. And I will also be using VS Code at work and Sublime. Not in the sense, if you don't like setting up extensions and stuff like that for VS Code, that's where PyCharm sort of has advantage because everything's built in at PyCharm and so forth like that. There's nothing wrong with VS Code. I actually do enjoy VS Code. And yeah, once again, I do use it at work. So yeah. At the end of the day, if a tool makes you faster, that's a good tool. If a tool makes you slower, it's probably not the best sort of tool. So yeah. Yeah. Once again, I'm old. I don't like, if people start using other IDEs, I'll be like, oh, sweet. I've tried a lot of them. I've tried OmniVim. So I've tried OmniVim, which is in alpha. So I would not recommend using it just because it is in itself a sort of thing. And it does have a few bugs and stuff like that. I've used VS Code. I've used gedit back in the day. So I learned how to code on gedit, which we're going back to like 2007 here. Back when my laptop wouldn't have been able to run an IDE. So yeah. And I've just hit another ad break. So I'll jump on to ad time, but I'm happy to continue talking during this ad time. I myself is the tool that makes me slow. I don't think an IDE can really help me out at this stage. Fair enough. Yes, I am a Linux user. I'm very basic when it comes to Linux. I've been using Linux since I was 16, so well over 2 decades now. And I kept falling back onto the sort of Debian when I was starting out. And then when Ubuntu finally came out and made it a lot easier for users to actually use Linux, I kind of stuck around with Ubuntu through thick and thin. So yeah, I remember using Ubuntu back in, I think it was 2012, 2013 when they released Steam on Linux. So yeah. And how are you, Raticide? Hopefully you're going well. So yeah, I've been using Linux that long. I also had a Raspberry Pi where I would do quite a lot of system administration stuff on it, just to scratch up how to do all of that. That was a lot of fun. So yeah. Anyway, we're about 4 seconds. Sox is just doing her pass by. Welcome back, everyone. Sox also says welcome. She's going, hey, what? Where am I? So yeah, let's get back into the workstation. All right, Sox. Yeah, she's. Yes, we're back. Hopefully you didn't miss much when the ads are on. I just do an ad screen and just talk, or waits. There's been a lot of waits lately, so yeah, I'm getting to the point where I might need to up my weights. All right, so the idea of this is, because we're using the same function, we're using the same request, we should get back the data, and we want to overwrite the data that's already in there. So if we go back into here, we've got this object model row. All right, cool. We go back into here. So with the Axios, we want response. What we want to do is send data to parent. This is where we're just using an admit, and we're going to go update. Ooh, it's a name I have to come up with very quickly, and then we want response.data. Because it should be in that same shape, because we're using the same function. So what I want to do is I want to scroll down to this. I want to go new planner, and I want to keep this as simple as possible. So we've got the object data. Ooh. Oh no, we've got date array. Thank you, Socks. Knocking off the thing. All right, this is where you got to review code, see how it's done and stuff like that. With the data array, we're pushing stuff through, and don't forget to drop, everyone. So exclamation point drop, and what you could do is you can put an emoji at the end. I'm just doing shocked Max. He's a bit scared. All right, so I'm currently doing that. And we could do a similar thing. Oh, that's a really cute emote. Ooh, 72. Okay. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm just looping through the things. I could do the loop through the things again, all right? So what I need to do, that's on mounted. On up here, what we need to do is we need to update date array. So I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna go update date array. And what we'll have is data coming through. And we'll just do that stuff in a second. What I need to do is I need to scroll up here, new planner object wizard. So we need to do a v on, and this is where we'll go update date array equals update date array, and we just pass through the dollars event. I managed to land on the thingy. Last drop I landed on the other. Yeah. Improvements are made this day. Yeah. I think I've got 100 once. Yeah, and I clipped it too. And the streamer didn't notice. So update date array. So what we're doing is we're going to send the response data upstream. And what we're going to be doing is very similar to this loop down here, is we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to override the data. Something which will be very simple to do. I think that's going to be the easiest way of doing this. So what we want to do is loop through the date array and update the data field with the appropriate data. Okay, cool. So this dot date array dot for each, we're going to go row. Oh, I might need row and index. And let's see if that works, because I'm about 80% sure this will work. Yeah, about 80% sure this will work. So what I want to do, and alternatively, what I could actually potentially do, there's another way of doing this. Instead of doing a for each, you can do it via map. But I don't know what would be better. The for each, we are mutating that particular field multiple times. But this is only going to be 7 days. And it should be relatively quick. So I'm not too worried. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to refresh. Actually, I'm going to click the wrong buttons. I'm going to refresh. I'm going to add the object in. We're going to go project. We're going to click on project. We are going to hit save changes. We hit a problem. Model form has no model class specified. Model form has no model class specified. Ah, I've made a mistake. All right, this isn't a model form. This is just a form. Okay, not a problem. Just keep doing that, don't I? So add object. What we want to do is we want to go project. We want to, let's say today. I'm happy with today. Let's click on that. Sorry, destination does not exist. So destination is a 1. All right, I've done something wrong. Let's go back here. So under destination, link.model, object.model, there we go. This is why we test, because we always make typos or mistakes. All right, gonna wait a little while, gonna hit refresh, gonna add object, we're gonna go project, gonna tick this. Gonna go save changes, we're gonna wonder why. String p time argument 1 must be string, not date time. Oh! Alright, awesome news. Just don't fret that this is a bug. This ain't a bug. Oh, it is a bug, but you know, at the same time, it simplifies my code. So I no longer need all of this. I just need just this. So yeah, I've absolutely overcomplicated it. This is a date field, so it does the conversions for me, and I'm just like, I just need this all along. Yeah. Cool. Doing that, hitting this, hitting that. Let's add the card. All right, argument must be string. From ISO format, argument must be string. All right, so yes. Are we getting that far? Oh. Okay. This is where we kind of play around with Django in the sense that I don't know how the datetime works, because it's saying it wants a string even though that particular field is not a string. So what I'm going to do, clear everything. I'm going to go job date equals datetime dot today. All right. So that will give us that. Then what we need to do is we're going to have a look at that particular one row. So now we don't have request user or job. So it's saying that's got to be a string. Oh, job sort number. All right, so user job objects.filter. Let's go job date equals job date. So that worked. Okay. All right, so we know it's something broken on here. What we're going to do so we're going to go job sort number equals length user job dot objects dot filter. Actually, no, I'm going to get rid of the length. Is deleted equals false. Job date equals, and I'm just going to go form.cleaned data, and I'm just going to put in job date. I don't know if that's the problem. And yes, all right. I don't know if they're just suddenly going to spam that. Sorry, this particular user keeps following, and what they do is they kind of spam. All right, let's go username equals request.user. Then what we want to do is job sort number equals length of job sort number. Now you might be wondering, why am I doing it like this? Well, I want to put a breakpoint in, and I want to make sure this passes. If this passes, then this should pass. I want to double check that it's this particular thing. So what we can actually do is, if you don't know, guys know this, under here, under the network, we can actually right-hand click and just resend. So we've got this data here. All right, sweet. So we've got this as this Python tuple date type of stuff. All right, neat, that's fine. And then it goes into here. Fine it with it like that. All right. And I just realized there is a comma at the end of that. That should be like that. And then if I hit play, cannot assign one. Must be a Kanban instance. All right. That's fine. I honestly thought that was going to work wonders, but hey, that's fine. I'm going to wrap this up now like this. I'll actually get rid of that, because it is working with when I have the form cleared data in and all that kind of stuff. I'll get rid of that. What I'll do, form.clean data, job date, like that. You should add teaching to your I tripped up on that word, repertoire. The way you're able to develop whilst explaining as a snow machine. Thank you. And it even makes sense to me, and I don't have the prereqs. Thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully one day I'll do some tutorials and stuff like that. I feel like myself, I need to get a lot better before I start teaching. There's a lot of gaps in my knowledge. And the reason why I've got so many gaps in my knowledge is I didn't do a CS degree. I actually did a degree in mathematics. So back before the term data scientist was coined, I was a data scientist and I used quite a lot of SQL. I started learning Python then and so forth like that. And then I moved into IT where I used Python to automate quite a lot of my job. It was great. I actually hated that job, so not so great. And then I decided to sort of upskill myself on web development and so forth like that. I've built when I was still studying and stuff like that, just before being a data scientist, I built several database applications. The idea being is they're very, very simple sort of databases, housing bits of data and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot that can be taught while learning. Yeah, and there's a lot that I can learn whilst also teaching myself how to teach. So yeah. Okay, so because we're not getting it from... Yes. All right. So how are we going to do this? Dict planning objects. Done. We're reusing this dictionary because we can get to the object very easily. And we can get to the destination and location ID. Cheers, thank you very much. Yeah, I've got a YouTube, Discord, and a Twitter. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go back down here. So for those who are wondering what this particular dict planning objects, which yes, we can giggle about, because we're just immature. Think of it as a dictionary. It is a dictionary, essentially. What I can do is, if we just copy all of this... Oh, sorry, there is a bug which causes it to unselect everything when I select it. So I'm just going to paste that in. So what we could do is I have different bits of data depending on the destination I'm looking at. So the destination is the object, whether it's a Kanban card, project, task. We can extend that to requirement, item, requirement, and so forth like that. Cheers, thank you. Yeah, I don't have many followers on YouTube. At the moment, I'm placing most of these particular streams on there. I will eventually be streaming on YouTube. I just got to set it up. And I do kind of want to set up some sort of quick updates and so forth like that on YouTube as well. So in this sort of case with the dictionaries, what we want to do is, if we want to have some variables under the Kanban card, what we can do is we can go dictionary planning objects and then go Kanban card, and it will actually hand us all of this information in here. You notice that all of these informations are the same. So what I can do is I can set up the dictionary with the known fields underneath them and actually grab that information. So let's actually do that in here. Let's go, instead of, let's go Kanban card. We can grab from here a bunch of Kanban cards, but let's say I want the object. So a connection to the database. There we go. So then I can go objects.filter and presto. So instead of having a bunch of if-else statements and so forth like that, I've just got a dictionary. And the best thing is these are reusable. So I made this dictionary for somewhere else. It's the perfect dictionary for this particular case. So I'm just going to reuse it here. So yeah. So what we want to do is we have, and this is where I'm using it down here, yeah, is we've got an object that we don't know what it is because we've got a destination, but that's a variable. So what we want to do is we've got object results equals, and then we need to key in So object dict planning objects. We need to key in the destination, which will give us that object structure of this. So pretty much all of this data. We then need to look at object itself. I forgot where I was editing. Sorry, I should have made note. Ah, there I go. And then object, and then get. Now, one little tiny trick about Django is PK stands for primary key, database sort of terminology and all that kind of fun stuff. If your models, let's say, for example, my models, I will set Kanban card up to have a Kanban card ID. I flag that as a primary key and so forth like that. We're cheating here today. This PK here will actually access that particular field. So we can shortcut it down to that. So what we've got now is we've got the object results that will go into the dictionary, get the destination, which will be, let's say, the Kanban card. It'll get the object from that dictionary, and then from that object we can pretty much grab from the database the one field that matches up with a row. So yeah, that's sounds really hard, but this particular thing, the Kanban card, that's part of the model. That connects up to one particular table in the database, and what I'm saying is, hey, I want to connect to this one particular table. I want to grab the primary key of value, and then it'll be the row. And then all I need to do is I need to get rid of row here and just go object results. So yeah, grab the object we require, and then set the attribute for the object. All right, and then we wait a few seconds, and I'm just going to resend this. We've got a 500, so object card, Kanban card has no attribute object. Ooh. How am I doing this down here? So dict object is planning object destinations, location ID, dict object, location ID. No, that's not what we want. We've got dict object I might do it like this then, split it down the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to grab 4 lines for reference. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste them up here. And then what I want to do is grab the object we require. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need. Undo that. Okay. Ah, that's my spelling mistake. Okay. Cool. So that's just simplifying the code just a little bit. So we'll have the dict object, and then the dict object will get the object from the dict object, and then we'll get the object from the dict object, and yeah, complete sense. All right, gonna hit resend. No null constraint failed. NearBeach change user ID. Ooh, all right, cool. That's as simple as putting that one in. So we actually track who's the last person to change. I need to go through and edit that properly and then add in an audit table. But that will happen later. And now we get 2 jobs. All right, cool. So if we refresh, you notice that we got 2 jobs on here. And if we add in the card and we go Kanban card, let's add in this one. Now it's added it in successfully. I mean, there's already one of those Kanban cards in. Let's go project. Oh, maybe not adding those in properly. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm adding them in. I'm just not updating the data. Okay, that's what we were going to do. Update the data. So, as you see in here, let's go back into the view. Let's go into my planner. So this is where we're updating the data. So we're going through each one of those. So what I want to do is grab a copy of the data. So what we're going to do is we're going to have let data date array equal this dot date array. Done. Perfect. And then as you can see, the indexes do change. All right, that's perfect. So this is working how I want it to. Okay, give me a couple of seconds. Okay, date array dot for each. I'm still going to do the for each. I don't think the mapping functionality. You can do this via mapping. Mapping will actually handle this in one foul swoop. Yeah, all right. Sorry, I've forgotten my shortcut keys then. I wasn't meant to run up and down. So this dot date array equals this dot date array dot map. And we've got a row. We've just got a row because we won't need the index in this sort of case. And what we need to do is we need to get the latest data. So let's go const data. We're already using data in here. Const update data equals data dot filter. And we need another row. Filtered row. Okay. Get the latest data for today's date. And then what we need to do is return where filtered row dot, and this is where we just go into here, look up our objects. So we want date equals row dot date. Okay. So what this is, I'm gonna have to show you guys because I can understand it easily, but it is a dog's breakfast. So the data we're getting back is set up like this. Need to head out for a bit, be back later? Yep, thank you very much. Appreciate the lurk. To learn at the same time whilst watching it to be implemented implement iOS. And yeah, thank you. So what we get back from the back end is this sort of data. It's set up like destination, location, title, and status, and it's set up in that sort ID. If we have a look at the view and we go to the My Planner, we've got date array, which as you can see, there's 7 days in there, one for each day. We've just hit the ad break, and I'm just going to quickly explain this. Under the data, you'll notice that it's got different stuff in there. Why is that different? End date. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Yeah, I know, socks. Okay, anyway, let's go to the ads. I'm gonna quickly be back. I just need some water. I haven't actually had anything to drink for a while. Here's socks in the meantime. I won't be long. All right. I guarantee after because I got fizzy water, guaranteed by the next ad break, I'll be like, oh cool, ad break, I need to go. And quickly rush off to the bathroom. So, yeah. Anyway, we are back. Welcome back, everyone. All right. So I've got all of this data passing through. Where do I get that data from? So there's us filtering it from object data. Object data is coming from the backend. So if we go up here, object data, we do have all of that. Why don't we have all of that with our data? Because I'm looking at the wrong freaking, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So if I clear all that, I select this task, I hit that. There we go. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It's been a long day. So the idea is, in here, we've got data back, and we're quite happy with it. We just need to put these particular dates in the correct location, which if we have a look at this data array, you'll notice, yep, one for every single day. We've got data in here. We just need to filter for the data that where the days actually match. So the job date should equal the date in here. So if I go over here again and I scroll down to the update this, so we're looping through each of those days, the data array, which is, we're doing it through mapping. All right, we're cheating with maps. So instead of a for loop, we're using a map. Maps can be used to manipulate data. It stems from the mathematical sort of mapping functionality and so forth like that. So what we want to do, const update date equals filter for filtered row. So filtered row will equal the job date equals the row date. All right, and then all we're doing is we're going to return the same object. So we'll have date and day. Those won't change, but the data will be update data. And that's how you do it in this sort of way. And that should work. Fingers crossed, it should work. If I hit reload, we've got a bunch of things in here. We're going to keep adding stuff in. And I'm going to add this to Tuesday. That was not what was meant to happen. That's kind of funny. Okay, cool. Oops. This is just... Whoops. All right. Damn. Oh, we don't even have it on Tuesday. Ah. Let's do a project. Let's set it Wednesday. And if we hit refresh, yeah, there's no projects. Yeah, one of those should have been over there. Oh. Damn it. Okay. I think the map function didn't work how we wanted it to. Unless I've done something stupid. I've done something stupid. There's meant to be 3 equals in there. Okay, let's hit refresh. And I will need to actually fix the these landing on the correct days and so forth like that. So let's do project again. Let's hit this particular project. Let's make it on the Friday. Let's hit it like this. Hasn't done the Friday. All right. Because I probably got to fix up the back end. All right. Let's go into the back end. We need the correct days. So I need to know what this date is. So I'm going to put a little block there. And I'm going to add in another. Let's go Kanban card. We've added enough. Let's go save. Let's go into here. We can actually down here see the data. So we've got forms. We've got the fields. We've got the job date, which is going to be. Nope, sorry, Socks. You okay? You're just like. Oh, sorry. I can't find the value. Okay, so that job sort number being 0 is correct. I'm just going to scoot forward. All right, so we've got this object now. And what we could do is we can have a look at it. Job day, 24th, 05, 10. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to hit play. I'm going to hit add object. Our last object with an object ID of 12, the end date is null. Oh wait, the job date is incorrect. Sorry, not the end date. That's saying, all right, I think there's something wrong with the model. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into here. We're going to go into models. We are going to find that particular model. So user job. We are going to scroll until we find job date, auto add now. I'm going to say false. In fact, I am going to delete that. I'm going to leave the default on for that. And what I'm going to do is that's the only date field in here. Oh, excuse me. All right. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to hit refresh. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to have a look at this. And if I put if I put the 10th, actually, no, screw it. Let's do tomorrow. Save. Let's hit refresh. Done. All right. Let's add another project in for Wednesday. Gonna get rid of that breakpoint. Boom. All right. So that was the issue. The models file is automatically adding in the date. It's overriding what we had. My bad. Easy to get rid of though. Now you can see that will land on there perfectly. We reload, lands on there perfectly. We do have a problem of overflow in here. So one thing we could potentially do is we could go overflow auto. That looks good. Otherwise, what I could potentially do is, instead of having a set height for these, I think I set the height on here. I could go min height. And I think min height would be a lot better. We don't want people to put too many objects in one particular day. If it's a bunch of objects which will take half an hour, sure, presto, everyone will be happy. However, let's actually change that. So components, I want my planner. This is a part of the single day. We've got height, and we just want min height. All right. So yeah. So now we've finished the CRUD. So we've got the create done. Actually, just wait. I won't shorthand this. We've got the create. So that's done. We've got the read. It's done. We don't have the update. Sad face. And we don't have the delete. Once again, sad face. These won't be hard. So with the update, oh, hang on, sorry, I'm just laying out my thing. So update will happen after a card has finished moving. All right, and we're going to be happy about that. So, what will happen? Data being sent back. So, data will be the origin sort order, new origin sort order. Destination, new destination sort order. And the card's destination. So, it's a lot easier to do what we did with the Kanban board. With that Kanban board, we had a massive sort of issue where essentially the sort order for each item was being mixed up, and it just caused a lot of problems. What we ended up doing to solve that problem was we ended up actually putting doing the sort order from the front end. So we'll grab all the things in a particular row and be like, all right, this is the sort order, update them in the back end too at the same time. That's just how we had to work with it. So yeah, it's a lot easier doing it that way. So, and if we move stuff within the card base itself, so if it hasn't changed destination, boom, we then do just one sort order and so forth like that. So it'll be the new sort order for the destination, which will be this, and we just don't deal with the origin sort order. I think this page will be a lot simpler than the Kanban board functionality to do. The Kanban board functionality got a little bit complicated because of edge cases and so forth like that. This one I think will be quite easy. So yeah. All right, it's nearly 9 o'clock. I'm wondering if, I think it's plausible to finish this tonight, get the minimal viable product. Well, I have the POC out the door. As for finish, don't think so. Because we'll need to actually create a dashboard and create a way to get here. So I think actually let's create the way to get here first. Let's do that very quickly. Then let's do this sort order stuff. Yeah, which will take ages. But getting the dashboard, it'd be nice to get the dashboard. All right, so socks, be careful. That's my laptop. We want templates, NearBeach. We then want to do the partials. Socks, did you want to get down? Or are you wanting to get onto the clothes rack? Sorry, Socks is doing something weird. All right, there you go. You can go on the clothes rack. There you go. Cool. She's thinking about jumping onto the clothes rack, but knowing her, she'll jump onto it and it will collapse. I laugh because it happens. What we want is the header. This should contain the nav bar up the top. What we want is, we want this, but I want to add in a divider. Oh, what have we done? Oh. Oh, sucks. All right, come here. Come on, you want to get off? Yes, I know. There you go. You can go on the ground. There you go. All right, so what I've done here is I've updated the nav bar up here, but I've forgotten to actually update this side. So I'm gonna have to fix that very quickly. So we've got the form, we've got the list items, we've got the A here. Administration, all right. And then we've got this. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to split right. So I'm going to reference the stuff on the right as I finish this. So list A user. All right, cool. So this goes into unsorted list, drop down menu. Yep, drop down menu and yep, user drop downs. So already labeled by. Yep, all right, cool. And then it's just adding in list items. All right. Easy done. Okay, cool. I'm getting rid of that now because I don't need it, because everything else should work. So we've got a profile. I'm just going to copy and paste that. What we want is my planner. And if we hit refresh, there we go. We should now be able to go into my planner. I am going to start sitting down. My feet are killing me. I've been up most of the day. All right. Oh, my knees. I'm getting old. I swear to you, this desk does go down sometimes. Wait, what are you banging on? You're banging on the clothes horse. All right. There you go. It goes down when it doesn't hit anything. All right, so we've now got that set up. Okay, sweet. We should have had this minimum height All right, let's go into Sass. I realize that I've done it on the wrong thing. There we go, min height that one. Oh, be careful, Socks, that's my mouse. Thank you, Speedy. Okay, let's close that, let's close that, let's close that, let's close that. Okay, cool. So the user can now go into here with the My Planner. We now need to just program this in. So when something moves, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna keep that one open. I'm gonna keep that one open. We have get object list, we have add, get, and now we need update. So my planner, update object list. We're not going to deal with the destination. User job views dot my planner update object list, and name equals my planner update object list. All right, sweet. So this is where we've got the def my planner update object list. We've got the request. We'll have this through forms. So HTTP response at the moment is just going to be like that. So just return. So we're happy. Okay. Cool. So on end, I can close the header. I can close the models. I can, can't close this at the moment because we'll have class my planner update object list, update object list form. So forms.form. And so far what we'll need is, we'll need the job, user job ID equals, oh, this could almost be a model form. This will be forms.model choice field where required equals true. Oh, socks. Sweetie is true. And then the query set will equal the user job.objects.all. Easy done. So far we've just got that. And we need to add in user jobs. That's just us adding it in. It'll add in pretty quickly. Neil, that says in 3 minutes. No. I'm going to snooze that for an extra 5 minutes. All right, Socks, what are you doing? What are you trying to... Are you trying to... Sorry, Socks is getting her little toy. She keeps attacking it. So, yeah. So, that's what we need at the moment. So, we need sort, order, sucks. Sort, order, origin. Actually, no, I'm going to have a look at what we did with the Kanban board before I move forward. Because we've solved this problem before, and it's best to go back, even though we might get very close to how we solved it originally, it's best to actually go back and be like, all right, how did we do it? Why did we do this? And so forth like that. So what we want is we want the views and we want Kanban board. So when a card moves, right, Yes, socks. Oh, hang on, I'm just past it. Move Kanban card. So when you move it, Kanban card, Kanban objects, yep. All right, cool. Move Kanban card form. So what we've got is column results, level results, card results. Sweet, they're just the query sets. New card column, all right. New card level, all right. We're gonna have to do something similar to this. So we'll probably have new card column. We've got the new destination, the new and old cells plus order of cards within. So this is ordered all right, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this to the right and we're going to copy this. All right, so this is user job. All right, my planning objects update list form. So we've got the job ID. Oh, I did it for both sides. Damn. Move Kanban card form. Oh, wait, that's right there. Sweet. Sorry, just scratching my eye. All right, so we don't need to worry too much about the dates. We've got new destination, old destination. All right, cool. We're going to use the same sort of terminology. So new destination equals ordered model multiple choice field and required equals true. The query set. Oh, yeah. That's the problem, because this will be multiple query sets. Yes, socks. Oh, no. All right. Yes, it'll be multiple query sets, but we're using user job.objects.all. So yeah, we only really need to use we just need that particular table itself. The old destination will equal order, models, and so forth like that. Required equals false. Not always needed. And the query set will equal the user job.objects .all. All right, cool. So we've got the job ID. And then all we need is the new job date. So job date equals forms.date field. Required equals true. So we just update it anyway. I think that's all we need in here. So when you move a card, what will actually happen is it'll send the job ID and the new job date field. Sorry, the job date value. All right, to the back end. Following suite is the new sort order. So if I move this and it plops into here, the sort order will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, those 8 cards with their user job ID in order. The old one, the old destination, will send the same thing but with the old destination where it came from. And then all we're doing is we're grabbing that user job and we're going, all right, sweet, we're just going to update this, the sort order number in there for you. And it's going to start from 0 and go all the way up. We've done this before with the Kanban board. So if we go into here, we've got the forms, we'll go through, we've got the Kanban column, new Kanban column and all that kind of stuff. We go through, we've got the new destination, we grab everything from the new destination. As you see, we're just going through the new destination. Now we've complicated it, so don't worry too hard about this. This is just checking to see if there's a Kanban card ID or if it's something else. if the Kanban card ID equals Kanban update dot Kanban card ID, Kanban card update, we're just saving in there. All right. That's fine. And then otherwise, yep, I see what's happening. Yeah, we'll actually have to do the same thing in here too. Yeah, not hard to do. As you see, this is a very small query. So let's do that. Let's build this up. So I'm just going to move this over here for reference. I'm going to shrink it just a little bit because it's just needed for reference. We're going to go to the user job views. We're going to go down here. What we're going to do is we are straight away is going to go form equals, and this is where we go my planner update object list form. It's going to be request.post. Oops, sorry, excuse me. Followed straight up with adding it in. So if not form.is valid. So if it isn't valid, we want to send back the bad request. We're going to go form.errors and we're going to post those errors. Now, the next thing we want to do is we now know this is legit. So we just update the card. So update the card. So we've update the user job. So we want user job update equals user job dot objects dot get, and this is where we're gonna go user job ID equals and form dot clean data. User job ID, easy done. User job dot user job dot update dot job date equals form dot cleaned data, and then user job. No, sorry, that's not meant to be that. That's meant to be job date. And that's all we now need to do. And then update the sort order. So, this will be essentially the same as this. Update the sort of data. Old destination is optional. Okay, cool. So for index and index and card. All right, yep. Let's keep that terminology in enumerate. And then we've got new destination. So if card dot, this is where we need the job ID pulled out. So I'm just going to go user job ID equals form dot cleaned data user job ID, and we've just hit ads. All right, sweet. So back to ad time. Hopefully everyone's going well. Socks has run off. So yeah, she got a bit bored, as she does. And now she's just gonna probably find Max and tackle him or sleep somewhere else. You know how cats are. So yeah. I'm just wondering if we can get this done today. I think we can. I think if I get this done, test it out, make sure it's working. We just need to get the little dashboard widget done, and I think I can pull the dashboard widget out within about 15 minutes, maybe half an hour maximum. I think it's coming along very well. So yeah. And then once this is done, I can then, oops, I kept dropping the freaking thing. Once this is done, I can quickly start moving on with the other project, which is creating a scheduler. So the idea is with tasks and projects, and I think tasks and projects at the moment, Trying to remember if that's what I'm limiting it to. If there's something that needs to be created as a schedule and stuff like that, I'm going to implement that scheduler. So yeah, that will probably take till the rest of the month. But we might do a massive sort of bug hunt before that first. So yeah. Anyway, welcome back everyone. We were just talking. So yeah. All right, go back to here. So card ID, what we can do is we can then clear this down and just go user job ID. And then down here, user job ID equals user job ID. So if those equal the same, then we go user job update dot job sort number equals the index and then user job update dot save. Else it is going to be the card dot job job sort number equals index. Yes, yep. And then card dot save. And that just goes through all of those. And then, believe it or not, it's pretty much almost the same here. That's pretty much it. Damn, that was... I wasn't expecting it to be that easy. We haven't done the front section yet, so let's do that very, very quickly. Let's get rid of that. Let's go My Planner. Let's scroll down. So on event. Now, I want to see what I've done once again at the Kanban board functionality. So having a look at the Kanban. Oops, I am under the backend stuff here. So I'm going to close this source. We want to go Kanban, and then we want to go Kanban column draggable. And then in here we have an at end, and what we want to do is we want to go to that implementation of the what end. So we're awaiting for the dispatch Kanban card move event. Tell Vuex we have moved the card. Vuex will handle the logistics. Wait for Vuex. All right. So we've got event payload, event undefined returned. Yep, cool. Var event to event from. Oh, all right. So we've got to and from. And then we're grabbing a bunch of data from that. And depending if it's the same column or the different column, that's where we're doing something different. All right, cool. So, the drag same column, it pulls out all of that information. All right, I'm just going to go back here. So I'm assuming that's manipulating the data, and then what happens is we wait for that data to be manipulated, and then what we do is we grab that data from here, we grab the setup variables, because yeah, we won't be manipulating data, so we won't need to do those steps. So we do have event to and event from. We do have the card IDs, so we might need to pass the card IDs through into here, which is something we can easily do. That's not going to be an issue at all. That's just us keying a new line. That is going to be element and then the user job ID. Perfect. And then column level. Now we've only got the column that we need. But if we've got the ID, we can grab the column. It's a new element. Ah, okay. No, we'll have the ID. Yep. All right, cool. So it looks like we'll just need to include dates and stuff like that. All right, not a problem. Then we've got the data. In this sort of case, we actually get the cards order from VueJS. We can actually do that very easily using a function and so forth like that. Get the old cards destination. Once again, yep, we'll do that. That's not going to be a problem. And then we send out the data. Okay, I like this. This is not going to be too hard to actually implement. So straight off the bat, what I want to do is in here, we want to vbind data, or how do I do it properly? Let's actually double check this. So we've got it like this. So vbind data hyphen, and then what we need. So vbind hyphen, I'm going to put in the date and equal. Oh, this is the card itself. Sorry, this will be the user job ID equal the element dot user job ID. Perfect. Up here, we need to do a vbind. So that will be data, and that will be date, and that will equal the day.date. Okay, and we wait a couple of seconds and hit reload. We should be able to see those particular data attributes on what we want. And here they are. So we've got data, date, and then we've got the date on that particular column. And then you see over this one, the same column, different column, 8, and so forth like that. Perfect. And then if we have a look at the item themselves, we've got the data user job ID 12. So this is connected to that particular thing. Perfect. So now when we move this, we can get some data from there. So what I want to actually do is I want to scroll down to, at this, I want to go console.log event and just key the event in like this. Now we're going to reload. We're just going to move this down, and I'm just going to store as a global event. So if we go temp0 dot new index, it's 1. Oh, how did we do this properly? So this is where we read what we've done already. So on end, so this is definitely async because we've got to wait for that to actually happen. What we want, new element is event 2. So temp0.to, that's the div we were going to, and then temp0.from is the one where we came from. All right, sweet. So under here, what we need to do is we need a const new element equals event.to const old element equals event.from. Easy done. And then we can grab those bits of data. So, yeah, all right. So I'm just having a little think. Oh, we're pushing it. I will have to finish at 10 tonight. So we've got 40 minutes left. Let's hope I can get this done. All right, so I got the event, I've got new and from. So from there, what we need to do is we need to have a look at the forms. This is the data we need. We've got the user job ID, we've got the date, and so forth like that. We can grab those from the data right now. So if I go into here and go set up data to send, what I can do, oh, I need the element itself. So the temp0. So the target, no. The source, no. All right. So I've just mucked things up a little. All right, let's have a look at how I got that data. So I got new element, old element. Elements 2, so that will get the column, that will get the level. Where do I get the card ID from? Yep, I know that's doing that. Am I not getting the card ID? Oh, sorry. All right, I might need to go to this implementation and quickly find out what I'm doing here. So I've got new card column, new card, all right, drag same column, drag different column. All right, go to implementation. All right, payload event to card ID equals event item data set card ID. All right, sweet. So we're gonna go back here and we're gonna go const user job ID equals event dot, and this is where I paste in this for reference, item dot data set dot user job ID. It should be user job ID. So we're going to set this right now. So the idea being is in the my planner, we go back up here, user job ID, perfect, user job ID. So we've got, let's go back into the forms. We'll have the user job ID. We'll have the job date, because the job date will be just grabbed from the new element like this. So it'll be, so let's set up this. So const data to send equals new form data like that, and then data to send dot set, and this is user job ID, and this will be the event item data. Actually, let's just use the user job ID just to make it simpler. Data to send dot set, and this will be the job date, and this will be the event dot, oh no, this will be new element dot data set dot job date. Pretty sure. And then set up the sort order for the new destination, and then set up the sort order for the old destination. All right, cool. And then use Axios to contact, to update backend. Now we won't need to do anything on the front end unless there's a mistake. So I'm just going to write this in very, very quickly. This.axios.post. What we want to post it to is the root, this.root URL. And then we're just going to copy the URL. So my planner update object list. like so, and then we do that, and then we go data to send. Now we're not doing anything with toasts or anything like that on this particular page, but if there is an error, we do want to show that error. So we've got to dispatch a new toast where the header is going to be error updating my planner. The message is going to be, sorry, we could not update your planner. And then we're going to key in the error. We've got a extra classes as background danger. Then delay is going to be 0. So the delay to close, no, it's not going to close. We don't need a unique anything else. And that should be it for that. And so we just need to do the set sort order for the new destination. So this is going to be similar to the Kanban board functionality. So if we have a look down here, we've got an object which we're going through. So we just got the order right there. So what we want to do is this dollars hang on a minute. Because this is set up differently, how we could potentially just go straight to that particular date. We could make this a lot simpler for us by actually just including data attributes. So data attributes are a great way to store data on a, let's say a div tag, this sort of tag or whatever, because you can access them using JavaScript. It's best not to install, have anything sensitive there, of course, because it's plain text. However, if we want to actually, we've got the date in here and stuff like that, we can key in the index in there too. So what we could do up here, we could have day index like this. We'll have the vbind date, vbind data index equals index. Boom. Go over here. We're going to hit refresh. If we have a look at this particular field itself, data index 1, data index 0. Instead of me having to figure out and do funky stuff of being like, all right, cool, I'm on this date. What date does this equal? And I've got a filter for this. I can be like, no, I've got a data index. Boom, I can go straight to it. So this dot data date array, and then because we've got the index, I can go new elm dot data set dot day index. Boom. So if the day index is 0, it picks out this column. If the day index is 1, it'll pick out this column, and so forth like that. So that will get me the data I need. Then all I need to do is, I don't even need to filter. I just need to go for each row, and then data to send dot append. And then we've got, this is new destination row dot user job ID. Done. Now this is where we have an if statement. Because let's go const new elm index equals new elm data set day index. We're happy with that. Const old elm index equals old elm data set day index. All right. So I am just simplifying this code a little bit. You'll see why in a second. And then down here, if new elm index does not equal old elm index, then we've got to do that. Set up sort order for the old destination only if the destinations are not the same. And then it is as data to send dot append, and then old destination, and that's going to be row user job ID. Whoops. Sorry, I missed the line. This dot date array old elm index dot for each row. And then I should paste that back in. All right, cool. So, yeah, that's all done. We can get rid of this event. I'm gonna say shorthand some variables. So what that means is then we don't need to go event to event from. We can go new element, new old element, and it makes kind of sense. So yeah. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's test it. So we're gonna go network. We're gonna move this. And nothing's happening. Oh, all right. We got a console log issue. This date array new element index is undefined. All right. Let's go on to the end. So I'm saying these are undefined. So I'm going to go console log new, and then new element dot data set. I'm just going to do that. We're going to wait a little while. We're going to hit refresh. Going to move them in. We know we're going to get an error. Oh, we just called it index, not day index. Okay, that was silly of me. Wait a few seconds, hit reload, move these in. Ooh. For each is not a function. Ah, all right. Yep. So go into the date index, but I'm not hitting the data within it. There we go. And now we've got undefined. Oh yeah, we don't have root URL in here. That's embarrassing. Okay. So we've got to implement some Vuex type of thing. So that's the state management. So I tend to keep a lot in state management, but this is actually a high enough. I won't have that in state management. So it actually has to go here. Type is going to be a string. Default is going to be just a /. And then I actually need to implement that at the NearBeach level. So if I go into templates, I go to NearBeach. Let's actually open up Kanban. Let's go new Kanban because we're just going to yank this one line here. And then we go to my planner and we're just going to, paste it in right there. Like that. All right, done. So if we hit refresh, we now have job date, which we're missing. Not a problem. We scroll down, we realize that, yeah, job date. Let's have a look at, it's undefined. Oops. It's just data date. Oh, actually, I don't want to have it called data date. I want to have it. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to have job date in here. I'm going to have it very explicit. I'm not just going to have a date in there. All right. It couldn't work. So let's have a look. User job ID, expected a number, but got, all right, not a problem. So what we want to do is we want to go into this, and this is happening on, all right, it's happening on this particular field. So what's actually happening is we've actually got an object here. And user job update. Ooh. I'm just wondering if we could do this. We grab the user job, we update the job, because we've got the object. We don't need to get the ID just to get the object again. Just have it like that. And then with here, we can go user job update dot user job ID. Yeah, we know about those duplicate lines, but they're different. They are different. Okay, cool. All right. I'm just gonna hit refresh. We got a 200. And everything's moving correctly. Now we just gotta deal with the sort order. And hello, Don't Know Python. How are you tonight? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. All right, these look like it's working. We just got to implement the sort order properly. And the only way to do that is in the backend. So what we want to do is under the user job stuff, where we have the get, where we're getting the data, we've got to sort. Oh, I've just hit an ad break. Sorry, I didn't see that ad break come up. Yeah. I swear to you, I should have had another, oh no, 35 minutes. All right, yeah, it's all right. Time was just flying. I'm getting a lot done, which is great news. Hopefully that means we might be able to. It's about 15 minutes. Oof. So yeah, we won't get the dashboard widget done tonight. But that being said, I could get it done tomorrow night. Yeah, I can get it done tomorrow night. It's not the dashboard widgets are quite quick and easy. Yeah. Won't take me long at all. Cool. All right. Yeah, about 15 seconds left. Sweet. So yeah, I need to get another haircut. Oh, that way. Over there. I need a new haircut soon. So yeah, this is getting a bit wieldy. Yeah. Anyway, welcome back everyone. Okay, let's jump into here. Absolutely forgot. All right, so we just need to do the sort order. So get my planning objects. We'll go through all of this. We then do all this. I'm not pushing through sort order. It's terrible of me. So what we want to do is, where's my models? Job sort number. So we want to implement something like that very, very quickly. And then what we need to do is order by job sort number. I think that's it. And we'll notice a lot of this just change. Hopefully. Because then they should all be in the same order as the back end. So if I move card 1, all right, 1, 2. 1, 2. If I move it again, 2, 1. 2, 1. All right, cool. That was it. All right, project 1s. Cool. Sweet. I feel like this particular functionality is now, well, it's a minimal viable product at the moment. We are going to flesh it out more as we continue building on this project. So the good news is this is looking really nice. It's very basic, very simple. I'm just realizing that, yes, I just put all the cards on one particular date that no one can actually see. We might be able to do the dashboard widget very quickly. I feel like ticking things on here to see if they're completed or not, I don't think will be a viable solution. Oh no, we don't want to do that. We want it to rely on the status, which we haven't put on here yet. And I'm just realizing that too. Damn, all right. Let's actually have a look at what the statuses are. So we have a look at the response. Oops. No, it's if we add something in. There, go. So we do have them in plain text. Okay. So what we want to do, and also what I want to do, is, yeah, that does work. I think it's EY. No, all right, give me 2 seconds. Get bootstrap, background color. Ooh, all right, background light subtle. If I can spell. Oh, I did. It just doesn't have that in there. All right. Background danger worked. Background dark. Oh. Oh no, no. Body secondary. Ooh, that might be a lot better, that one. Yep, I like that. Okay, why am I doing this? Is because I want to kind of flag cards which are at that point that they're done. And doing a color change and stuff like that will be a lot better. However, that being said, I could actually just put in bugs and be like, yo, we need this, yo, we need that, and so forth like that. Now, I also need to place into here the status. So what we want to do is we want to go into components, we want to go into my planner, we want to go date array, open that up. We do actually have status in here, so I'm gonna quickly add that in. Because yeah, I won't be able to do the dashboard widget tonight. I feel like there's 10 minutes left. We can quickly do a couple more things on here. We can quickly fix up a few things. So the migration files, I need to delete what I've got in there and refresh them. So that way it's only one migration file instead of a dozen. Because, you know, we create stuff, we get fields, we add them in and so forth like that. We kind of don't want this sort of like multitude of files in there where we should only really just have one. Okay, in here we've got div strong, that, okay, cool, div class equals text in, actually no, this will be normal. This will be status, and then we'll have a span where the class equals text instructions, and then it will be element.status. So, perfect. I think that's good enough. So I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'm going to save what's visible. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to record that bug so I don't forget it. So NearBeach dot utrack. New issue. So I'm going to paste this in. My planner closed objects are not, cannot tell objects are closed. So the idea here being is any objects on my planner that are closed should show that visually. For example, we might have the background of the card a darker shade, or stripe out the text within. All right, this is we're going to say normal bug. We're going to say submitted. We're going to assign it to me. We're actually going to create a new planner. We're going to add value my planner. We're going to color it red. We're not going to have a version at the moment. And I think 0.31.15 has been released. So yeah, I've got to get rid of that out of the thing. Yeah. Hang on. Just give me 2 seconds. GitHub. NearBeach. All right, releases, where am I? 0.31.16 has been released. So with this particular bug in here, this is meant to go to 17 now. And yeah, I'm just cleaning up stuff for the last bit of the stream. And NearBeach application, we want version, we want to release. and release, archive, archive. All right, cool. Yeah, we've just got those two versions at the moment. What we can do is we can add new value in alpha 0.31. We got 17, 18, 19. Alpha 0.31.20. And I keep forgetting what the last, it was quite large, of a 0.30 branch. 35. All right, cool. So we're about 15 off. If we keep doing a release every single week, we'll get there pretty quickly. So yeah, we'll actually speed up usually when we do a full site test. So once I've released this new functionality and so forth like that, I'll probably do a release for this functionality because I think it will be great to actually get it out there as soon as possible to get feedback. The next thing is I'll do a full site test and sort of focus on certain functionality that needs to be fixed. So release bug fixes around that. And then I'll be doing after that, I'll be doing the new feature, which is the scheduled tasks and so forth like that. So hopefully within a week, I'll start the scheduled tasks, give myself 2 weeks to actually do that. I need to learn Django Celery and I need to get that package into NearBeach and get it running. So yeah. All right, cool. I'm probably going to call it here. Let's find someone to raid. The Coppinger, he's sleeping at the moment. Bad Cop. Yeah, it's either Bad Cop or Leia. I think Bad Cop tonight. I was just about to say the stream looks a bit quiet. I think there